So the reason why it's one of my favorite words is because I think I've also started to understand that in order for things to work out, there has to be an intention behind it. So you need to understand or do the work. You need to do the work and make sure that you understand where it is you want to go, and how you're going to get there. And sometimes the how you're going to get there isn't clear, but you need to be brave enough, to take that first step. And I think the reason why we are where we are as society is because people are expecting, or their youth. I can also, I count as the youth, by the way. I'm not 35 yet, but the youth, as us as the youth, we're struggling to understand that we need to play a hand, or a role in order for us to get to that next stage or that next phase in our lives. We have the expectation that someone is going to come and save us, someone who's going to give us the answers. And the real world, unfortunately, doesn't work that way. And I think maybe a question I'm gonna ask, towards the end is, and something maybe just think about it, is if you have any advice, for someone who's sitting at home, who's helpless, who doesn't know where to go, what that next step is going to look like. What kind of advice do you have for them? But before we get to that point, I wanted to talk a little bit about, defining moments. So with you, Panaso, was there like a specific turning point that encouraged you to like go into farming? And then for you, to Sani, was a moment in your career that forced you to like rethink the trajectory that took you to, the direction that you're in right now. We can start with you, Panaso.
Right. So run back to the story I was saying. So it's a bit of that. So I get to the point where like I'm crashing. I don't know what to do with myself. I really don't. I'm frustrated. And for the first time, that felt like rock bottom. Because I mean, nothing is going the way I want it to. I don't understand what I'm doing. I'm just busy, but like I'm busy doing nothing. It's really aimlessly. And that thing's very tiring. Yamon, you think you're busy, but you're not busy. You're just moving around in circles. And then I withdrew from everything, literally withdrew. My dad called me back home because he could see that I was just out. I went back home for a good 6 months, 7 months, just trying to figure things out. So that means no more income, no more doing nothing. I'm just a child again. But that whole process, even now, the people that were around me prior this withdrawal, conversations were not aligning with the person that I was or what I wanted to achieve. The type of activities I was doing were completely different from the person that I say I am and what I want to do.